Hello everyone, I am Debolina and today I am here with none other than Miss Kavya Srivatsa. How are you today, ma'am?
Hi, I'm doing very well. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you so much for asking and thank you so much for dedicating so much of your precious time to us. We are really enlightened to have you with us here today.
Thank you for having me.
Most welcome, ma'am. So, ma'am, we would like to know a few things from you. Like, as we all know, as we are all aware, that you are aware of the US, UK, and Indian market. So, what are your thoughts, or what is your take about the emerging opportunities of the School of Media Studies, especially in the field of podcast?
Yeah, I think, are you asking me very specifically from an educational standpoint?
We would like to know something like what your point of view about the emerging opportunities for the podcasters.
Okay, lots of opportunities. There are very many different types of formats as far as podcasting is concerned. So whether you are a really good scientist, your tech is your space, if art is your space, if music is your space, history is your space, politics is your space, business is your space, there is space for you as a podcaster. Because the idea of Sochcast is we all have thoughts, we have to give voice to them. Okay. And a podcaster does exactly that. Right?
Okay.
So the opportunities are endless, right? Whether you are trying to be a more creative through your audio, whether you're trying to be informative, educational, you're trying to share knowledge. You could be increasing exposure, having difficult conversations, having conversations that aren't normally had, breaking stereotypes. You can use it to sort of be a little scandalous, right? You can use audio to be also a very safe space for people to talk about things that they might not feel comfortable talking about elsewhere. So more sensitive issues that have to be addressed but don't have that safe space to be spoken about freely, right? So yeah, there are so many opportunities depending on where you see your thoughts and where you see space for giving them, articulating them, and giving life to your thoughts and others, and hearing others. So the idea is apni soch duniya ko sunao, which is let everyone listen to your thoughts and listen to the thoughts, or aap bhi suno duniya ki soch, so listen to the thoughts of the world. And that's how you become a more informed human being, I think.
Absolutely, we completely agree with her point. Now the next thing that we would like to know, what are your future plans about Sochcast?
Ooh, yeah. You're not sending this to my investors, are you? I'm kidding.
No way.
No, my future plans for Sochcast are pretty simple, honestly. I want to be able to democratize podcasting. When I say democratize, make it more available to as many people as a medium, as a platform for expression. So really, there's a huge educational element to it, where you're educating folks on what it is and how it can be used to, meet different goals people may have. That's one. I want to be working with a lot of different types of creators who have interesting voices, produce more original content through Sochcast. I want to onboard creators and have them, actually create a very engaged community of podcasters and their audiences. I want to use tech to be able to do this. Really, tech bridges the gap, between communication and sort of communication and culture, and tech is the bridge. It's a means to an end. It's not the end. So I want to use like all kinds of emerging tech, whether it's AI, to have audio available in different languages, so it's more accessible to different people. I guess so many different types of people who speak different languages, but why should they be sort of disadvantaged from that same exposure that an English-speaking person might have, right? And vice versa. I think we can learn so much from people that might not be good in English, but still have valuable thoughts and valuable experiences and a really solid point of view to share, right? So those are some things. Another thing is just like the women aspect of it is really, really empowering women and find those places where women need content and make sure that they are getting access to that content and information.
Of course. Ma'am, so we would like to know that what are the essential qualities that you are specifically looking for the beginner podcasters?
I think the biggest thing is curiosity. You have to be curious. You have to keep asking questions. You cannot be a good podcaster without having that sense of innate curiosity. Also, funnily enough, even though podcasting is all about talking, you have to be a good listener.
Of course.
Because if you can't listen to what's going around you, if you can't listen to the people you're speaking with, right, then you're not adding value. And again, you have to make sure that your content, whatever it is, adds value to someone's life in any way possible, right? And so, yeah, one is curiosity, being a good listener, and being consistent and persistent. Because this is not like I'm gonna do one episode today and I'm gonna go viral tomorrow situation.
Of course.
Right? You have to build a brand. It's a lot of work, and it will pay off only with consistent effort and persistence, even when you're hearing a lot of people say no. And that holds true for any industry, right? It's not just podcasting. It could be in the creator economy. Really, that is the name of the game. Is to maintain that consistency. But that's, I think, another thing that is really important. Don't give up. No matter what. Make sure you're not doing it for other people. Make sure you're doing it for yourself, so that there's no reason to give up.
Of course, very well said. And last but not the least, so today you're here with us arranging such a wonderful workshop. So maybe a few of your thoughts about the whole workshop and the students.
I loved it. It was so refreshing to see that students are able to be curious, ask questions when they need answers, think out of the box, actually think beyond just the first layer of things and dig a little deeper. I saw that, in the workshop, the activity that we did, right? The brief was one single brief on a slide, but we got so many different types of content, so many different perspectives, and it is a microcosm of what is out there in the podcasting world. So it was great to see and experience firsthand. And yeah, had a great time.
Thank you. Thank you so much, ma'am, for being here with us today.
Of course. Thank you for having me again.
Thank you so much.